It is 7 o'clock, so we're going to get started with our meeting. We're over here in this corner near all these trophies. So we're going to talk about that. And also, so everybody, good evening and welcome to our general membership meeting for August. I'm your Commodore, Laura Ellsworth. Since we're in our 8th month, I believe now, usually we ask the staff Commodore to do our Pledge of Allegiance, but I have taken the opportunity to ask Richard Maurer, who is a veteran, to come up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Flag, please. Veterans can salute. Everybody else, hand on your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Richard. I'd like to introduce your flag officers for 2023. The officer overseeing and responsible for everything inside the clubhouse is Vice Commodore Sally Cohen right here. The officer overseeing everything outside of the clubhouse on the water is Rear Commodore Mardell Garner right here. And I'm pleased to recognize the Commodores of the past. We call them Staff Commodores. 1991, Dwight, Reed, and Donna. 1996, Bruce, Miller, and Carol. 2016, Walt Simmons and Patsy. 2019, John Caldwell. He's also 2023 SCYA Commodore. 2020, that Louisa Laura Ellsworth. It's a huge team of volunteers that run this club. Therefore, I'd like to recognize all of our appointed officers. When you hear your name, please stand, and then we'll do a big, huge hurrah and throw money at people when we get done. Treasurer Walt Simmons, please stand. Port Captain Dave Jones, please stand. Board of Directors, Dave Jones again, Rwanda Tucker, Gordon Stroud, Ed Camille, Lori Merrill, Peter Neal. Our chair positions, our assistant race chairman is Terry Hanna. House and Facilities is Rusty Eddy. IT Video and Network is Peter Neal and Gordon Stroud. Cruise chairpersons, Mardell Garner. Seabell, Cindy Jensen. Social Events Chair, Lori Merrill. Membership Chair, still standing, Rwanda Tucker. Bar Captain, stand up, Spider Bedford. Ship Store, Barbara Hunt and Donna Reed. OD Chair, Dennis Doyle. Thank you, everyone. Terry, I'll get you later, okay? Just some Commodore's comments. I'm just going to put out on obviously July 4th, we did not have a meeting, but we shared that information via the scuttlebutt that we did have to report since it was a holiday. I hope that worked for everyone because we were here anyway on the 3rd and then all weekend. I want to point out that we had our board meeting last week and we are in a strong financial position with so many new members and everyone participating in our events. We are exceeding our expectations. And speaking of our financials, I would like to ask Walt Simmons to come up and talk to us, not about money, hold on. He's going to tell us about this race that he was in last week. Bring your people. Come on, crew. It's a long walk, come on.
crew. Fraser, Chuck, Brad. This is the Windrose crew, along with Dave Simmons, who's working tonight. So, we've had such a good time doing the Ensenada race over the years, so this year we decided we'd look for another overnight race that's been run for a long time, so we decided to enter the Santa Barbara to King Harbor race. It's an 80-mile race, goes overnight. It's really a fun race, and it was a kind of a light wind year, so we were really happy we were in the cruising class. Because in Santa Monica Bay, when that wind quits, it doesn't come back till noon the next day. And so being able to motor helped a lot. So somehow, some way, with our strategy, I should have brought the T-shirt, but we've had a lot of debate over what course to follow, and finally decided they handed out a T-shirt that kind of had the Rum Line course on it, so we just pretty much followed what was on the back of the T-shirt, and it turned out to be the winning strategy. It's a lot of fun. Santa Barbara Yacht Club does a fantastic job of putting that race together. It takes good care of everybody. Thank you so much for my crew, and we hope to do it again next year.
Somebody get a picture of them all up there?
Good job, Skipper.
Did somebody get a photo? Hey, Walt, turn around, please. Brenda's getting a picture, okay?
I'm looking at the strategies.
Walt, where's the trophy?
You are the little one, honey.
Feeling like it.
Walt,
It's okay, they
where's
can
the
reach
trophy?
stuff.
Where's the trophy?
Yeah, we have the same question.
Yeah, okay.
It's still over at King Harbor. It took them a while to get the calculations right on the cruising class. There's all set for this and that. But they finally got it right, and we're first, and as soon as we'll have the trophy soon.
Okay, we'll go right in there. Thank you. I'd like to talk and address our new members right now, if everyone would indulge me for a moment. All of these people here are new members, and I think we've got some out there as well. Everybody, welcome.
Thank you.
In this yacht club, as you look around at people, you may just realize they're a bunch of, well, I don't know, they're sitting at the bar, they're eating, whatever, they're talking, they have all these little things that they say. You might find your best friend in this room. I found many of my best friends here. So, it is our responsibility to be sure that you are all engaged, welcomed, and feel part of our family. Okay, we have news from our cantina. This weekend, Saturday, there's a private event upstairs, and part of the intention with opening the cantina was so that we were able to have 2 events going on at one time. This weekend, we're going to try that on Saturday. It's a private event up here, and we're going to have downstairs open. It's going to be, there's going to be a bartender down there from 7 o'clock until 10-ish. You know, the scuttlebutt said 5, but we're going to, you know, we don't have food down there, so, yet. So, but please come and please support downstairs, as we'll be down there trying to have a good time. So please support that, okay? That was what we were trying to do with that. Also, we are also working on a plaque right now to acknowledge all the people that made donations, and hopefully that will be up in the next 2 weeks. So we all thank you for your help with that, and we were able to pull it off, and it's a pretty nice place downstairs. So Saturday, hopefully you'll all get to enjoy that. Okay. More news from me. Sailing with the Blind is coming up. If you have not taken advantage of this, I'm going to explain what this is. I'm doing it in reverse, sorry. On Sunday, October 15th, the Seal Beach Yacht Club has partnered with the Seal Beach Lions Club. And for about 7 years now, we have been taking out visually impaired people out on the water. Used to start, we called it Sailing for the Blind, just because that's what it's named, but we take Duffys out, we take power boats out, there are sailboats, And what we do is, they all sign up beforehand, and we serve all of the sailors, the visually impaired people, and the crew. We serve them all breakfast. We'll have a frittata down there, we have fruit. We get everyone up here. It sounds like a small thing, but it's a very big thing. And we get them all organized, feed them, and then send them out on the water with our skippers, who graciously take these people on their boat, and then they go out for a couple of hours, go around whatever course they want to go to, and then they come back here for a burger bash. So we usually here, so it's about from 8 a.m., we start at 8 a.m. and we go until 4. Every year we do this, just like everything. We learn things as we go. And this year, we are going to work out having the Lions van with us, and that way we can go to different docks, and it's easier for the visually impaired to get there as opposed to all of our Leos taking them down to the docks. So I am asking if you have a boat, and if you can help, please, we're trying to get 15 boats this year, and that's a lot of people. Usually put whatever your boat can accommodate, 2 people, 8 people, 12 people, whatever.
Can I clarify something?
Yes.
It's power and sail that you're looking for.
And Duffy's.
Yeah, and
All, yeah, yes.
all.
Everything, just to get people out on the water. They enjoy this so much, and it's a highlight for them and for us as well. Kim, you guys have taken people out on your boat before, and it's such a rewarding experience that everyone really should participate in this if you have a boat. It's a fabulous event. So that is coming on October 15th. We just put the information that's going to the Scuttlebutt. If you have interest and can help us out, we feed your crew, we feed your skippers, and we come back for a burger bash. Usually, we've done in the past where we've had the people kind of group together, and then when they come back from the sail, they all want to sit with their captains, and they want to sit with the people they were with on the boat. So it's really, really rewarding. So please look. Yes, Kim.
And we also get repeat clients,
Oh,
repeat
yeah.
guests.
We have a full list.
They like to, they have so much fun on the one boat, they want to just keep coming back.
They request it, right, they request it, and then it's a big challenge of, our coordinators to get all that and make everyone as happy as possible, and getting them all to the bathroom is a lot sometimes, but, but anyway, please look for that information, and if you can help out, that would be great. We'd love to have 15
Even if you don't
boats.
have a boat, right? I could help, I don't have a boat.
You can help
I
me.
could help with breakfast or something.
You can help, you can be my assistant.
Yeah,
We have a lot of Lions that are here that day, so, but if you can help, yeah, absolutely, reach out to me, okay? What?
A lot of yellow shirts.
A lot of yellow shirts, yes there are, that's just kind of what it goes.
And sometimes boats, that volunteer need extra people on board to help with
Correct,
this,
yeah.
with the visually impaired.
Right, yeah, some of them need assistance getting on and off, and then, yeah, so
Is it
please.
All ages, is it children and adults or all adults?
No, it's mostly adults. Yeah, I don't think there are any children. People have brought children before, but we haven't allowed them to go on the boats. It's just too much of a liability. We have to
No pets.
move it around.
No pets.
No pets. Yeah, we had that talk too. We're gonna ask right now sorry? Okay, we're gonna ask right now our Dennis Doyle, who is our OD officer, to come up and share some information about the OD responsibilities, which I'm not sure if you're going to stress how important this job is. It's not just, I get to be OD, it's really important for our liquor license, so he's gonna share that with us. Thank you, Dennis.
Hi, I'm gonna kind of read a little bit out of my letter that I send to people, and I've got the rules and regulations as well. As members of CLB Yacht Club, we enjoy many benefits from the club. Its members and its activities that are offered. On occasion, members are asked to participate in furthering the success of the club by being an active participant for the events and functions. One of these activities is performing the functions of the officer of the deck on a given day. So what I do is I assign people And I want them here at the club. When the event starts, when the door is open, they have to stay downstairs with the, until we can close the door. Usually it's a couple hours for that, and then you can move back upstairs or wherever you're comfortable. And we help the bartenders. They have responsibilities, and we have to kind of look out that nobody brings in alcohol. We could lose our license for that, and it happens. Rowdy behavior rarely happens. When the club rental is up, they want to stay longer. They can't. They have to go home. If there's any problems, you know, it's not violent or anything like that. But I would let a flag officer know. And if there is a problem, don't hesitate to call the Long Beach Police. But anyways, that's some of the stuff. The primary job of the OD is to serve as a greeter. You know, welcome people to the club, talk to them, you know, be nice to people. You know, and that's what we want to do, is we want to show our support for everyone. And, you know, if somebody comes in who can't get up the stairs, there's an elevator. You escort them to the elevator. You help them in there, help them get up to the stairs or up the elevator. And those are the kind of things that the OD does. And he, you know, he's or she should as well check in with the bartenders. Oh, actually, when they get here, they should check in with the bartender. Let them know that you're here and who you are. But I would always, you know, come up. Oh, the OD gets 2 free drinks. So let's see.
Are they supposed to wear a special badge or anything?
Yes, thank you for reminding me.
Okay.
Dwight Reed here, he's our officer of the deck today. He's got the badge on.
Let's see it,
Where do you think you've got your badge?
Where is the badge kept if you're?
Okay.
And we're signing board, right?
Yeah.
Right.
The badge is there, and there's a armband as well. I personally prefer the badge, but if you want to wear the armband, it's kind of ugly. But you should, yeah. But the badge is, to me, sufficient enough.
Dennis, would you explain what kind of events that they might be asked to come and do that for?
Well,
Like-
right now, we have, let's do it. Right now, we have pop tops going on. So every Thursday night, we have a bunch of sailors come in here. And normally, we would have them put on badges as well. But we do not do that for the sailors, just the members. Members should wear their badges all the time, every time they're in the club. But the sailors do not need to wear them. Let's see, what else we got going? We have memorial services here, Celebrations of Life. The doors are open for that as well.
Wedding?
Oh yeah, we have a wedding this weekend. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. But it's all in the calendar. You can, if you're gonna be assigned an OD, you can look at the calendar, it'll tell you what the event is and the times. But I also put a note at the bottom of the letters about what's happening, what your hours are, you know, and if it's dull up here or bartender doesn't need you, that you can ask the bartender, if I'm done, can I go, you know? Although you're supposed to escort them out, but depends on what's going on.
So those are club events and private events?
No, well, those are private events, you know, right now. We do have club events, and sometimes we have ODs. We used to have them all the time, and we got away from it, you know, with COVID and all this other stuff that was going on. We kind of really got a little slack with our OD rules and regulations. So we're trying to get back to doing it properly. They're forcing me. No, I only assign you. Once I assign you, it is your job to do the job, and if you cannot do it, you need to find somebody to take your spot. It's not my job to replace you. It's not Sally's job. It's not anybody's job. It's your job. And if you can't make it, and there's an emergency, yeah, you'll have to call us, but I'm not gonna be here.
Okay, Dennis, thank you very much. It is not a negative thing, it is a positive thing. And if you have the great honor of being the OD, you get 2 free drinks, like he said, and basically you're kind of the eyes and the ears of the club. You're watching the bartenders, you're looking out for a liquor license, and as well as you're answering questions if there's a wedding up here and somebody doesn't know that they can rent out the club. Well, you would be the person that would get in touch with Patty Hall. You would try to move this along so that we can show this club, and so that people can see that. When Dennis does this, he kind of pulls people at random and assigns it. If everyone does their part, it would only be like once a year, right?
At the most, yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So if you just show up or get yourself reassigned and then try another time that is convenient for you, it shouldn't be very taxing, but it is very taxing when somebody does not show up for their position, okay? Brenda.
Laura, I was just gonna say, I did it recently for a celebration of life, and I was the first one here, and the widower, you know, I was super nice to her, and she thought I was family, and introduced me to all the pictures and her husband's legacies and accomplishments, and so it was very rewarding, and I was just the elevator lady.
Right.
People go up and down the elevator, and some of the old men are a little dirty, but.
Yes, they were. I was here. I saw that.
But it was very rewarding, and it was very rewarding. No, but the thing is I was also on, they were asking about what's a membership, and so I was explaining to people, I sold a couple people and, you know, being a member. Oh, you're a good recruiter. So I just want to say, it was rewarding. It wasn't a bad experience. I was happy to help.
Okay, thank you. So how many volunteers have we got tonight? Okay, there we go. Ken, you've probably done it 100 times.
I already need a couple of volunteers for this month. The 13th, the 16th, and the 31st.
Okay, so if you would check it with Dennis, that would be really great, and that would make his job easier, and then we can just cover our license. So thank you very much.
Okay,
Anything else? Smile.
2 of those dates are Pop Tops, and one of them, I believe, is a celebration of life.
Okay.
On a Sunday.
So see whose hands went up. Okay, Dennis? Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis.
Okay, next we're going to do a Burgee exchange. Let me explain what that is for our newer members. When you see all of these colorful Burgees up on the top, we go as club members and visit other clubs. There are international, there's California, there's across the United States. If you bring a Burgee and you plan on going to a yacht club, you go and visit the yacht club, take a picture, and hand them our Burgee, and then you accept their Burgee. So with that information, Mardell, can you please come up and share your experience?
Thank you. I'm from Anacortes, Washington, and it was my pleasure to go up there a couple weeks ago, and they have never done a Burgee exchange with the Seal Beach Yacht Club, so they were very thrilled to give it to a hometown girl and give me their Burgee to bring back.
Okay, thank you, Sharon.
Hang it and cry.
Thank you, Mardell. And everybody has that opportunity to do that, so come and see us and let us know that you're traveling and where you're going to head. Okay, next we're going to ask Dave Booker to come up and talk about the developments with the developments. You're going out here. You can take the mic, Dave. Go over here.
Peter will be mad because his camera is pointing that way, but he'll get over it. Okay.
Sorry.
I think. All right. So perk up. All right. This is. I put on my hat, and this is Joan and Dave doing their boat owner thing. All right. Just so you know how this is going. This is not Seal Beach. This is boat owners. If you don't belong to the boat owners, shame on you. It's $20. It's easy, and you really ought to belong to this stuff. This whole marina is run by the city. And guess what? The city is run by politicians. And so the way the marina is run, it's all about local politics. And the Boat Owners Association is all about representing boat owners in the marina to downtown. So if you guys don't want to play local politics, shame on you. Okay, so what's happening? I think most of you know that we are going to get a whole lot of new neighbors here.
New members.
1,300 apartments within a couple football fields of where your butt is sitting tonight. That's 2,500, 3,000 people right along Studebaker Road. Give it 3, 4, 5 years, and they're going to be here. So what we've been working on very hard is to, and this is, I think most of you know this has been going on, that we have across the way Congressional Place, and over here we've got Marina Shores, and on the other side of PCH at Studebaker is called the Marketplace. And between the 3 different apartment buildings, there are really 1,300 units. That's a lot. So we have been playing local politics. Joan and I, the boat owners, have been trying to make sure that these developers and the city planning agencies and the city council, you know the city council, City of Long Beach, you know those guys? Okay, got it. So we've been playing local politics, and we have been able to accomplish what best we could do, and that is to kind of corner these developers into minimizing the impact. Get that red folder right there. I need the red folder because this is a major big deal. We have been working, we met multiple times with each of these 3 developers and explained who we were and what we wanted to do. We met multiple times with 3rd District Councilwoman Christina Dugan, and we convinced her to represent us to the City Council, and we got it done. So what we have asked these guys to do, because you guys have to know that the way this was done, there was a change to the zoning thing done 5 years ago so that the city could do exactly what just happened. They approved all kinds of changes, and they got the Coastal Commission to approve it so they could actually do what you just happened. So they made it, and they enticed these developers, 3 different developers, to come in and spend hundreds of millions of dollars each to build these big apartments. So that was a done deal. There was no opportunity to object to that because it was done. But what we did do, I want to read what City Councilman Dugan put in the condition of approval for each of these 3 developments, which these 3 developers have agreed to. The first added condition would be to clarify that vehicles used for project construction workers will not be parked in the Alamitos Bay Marina parking lot. So you won't see construction guys taking over the parking lot over here, unlike what you saw at 2nd and PCH. Next, they have dedicated loading zones will be provided subject to approval from Public Works. We can't have these big apartments with, can you imagine the number of Amazon deliveries that are going to happen over there?
Oh my God.
Oh God, thank you very much.
Well, they can go to Whole Foods.
Well, they can walk over there. As part of the lease agreement, each of the residents will have a decal indicating that they are in fact residents of that apartment. Why is that important? Well, and they shall be notified that parking in Alamitos Bay Marina is restricted. All right? All right. The next thing, since PCH, 2nd PCH really taught us a whole bunch of lessons, but this is a big one, employees, because each of these businesses will have some retail in it, and they'll have leasing employees, and they'll have guys that fix buildings, so they're gonna have, 15, 20 people that are there working, right? And so, fourth, employees of the residential and commercial component will be provided with on-site parking, excuse me, at no cost. So, I don't know how many of you guys know that the marina parking lot across from Second PCH is known as the employee parking lot. Because otherwise the employees have to pay if they're gonna park across the street at where they're working, so that's one of the things in there. The fifth thing is about having residential signage into the parking lots and just so they can figure their way around it. Now, one of the things that's gonna happen here is that one of the things that the lease will include is a signature on the part of the lessees for these apartments that they have been provided and acknowledge the rules and regulation and restrictions for use of the marina itself. So we have been invited, and I talked to Todd Leland, the manager, about that we need to provide them some kind of brochure that says, this is the rules of the marina. You can't go fishing, for instance. Did you know that? You can't go fishing. And you can't ride your e-bikes up and down the sidewalks. Did you know that? Well, you did. Anyway, so those are the things that we managed to get accomplished. And so we have restricted as best we could the impacts of these three developments on this marina here itself. But we're gonna get a lot of new neighbors, and like you said, maybe somewhere in there could be a whole lot of new members for this club too. And if you happen to be over here at the fish market or the crab pot, you can just imagine what their bars are gonna look like on Friday and Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
So this whole area is gonna change. This building across the street, Congressional Place, is probably gonna start coming down by the end of the year, so it's gonna happen. And then it's gonna take probably 3 years to get these buildings built. If you wanna know how much these things are gonna cost, ONNI, ONNI, is one of the developers, and they have a building downtown. And they said, well, this area where they're building here is much preferable to where they are downtown, so they're gonna charge more. So you can go look at there and figure out how much it costs to lease like a 1-bedroom from them if you're downtown Long Beach, and add a few $100s to it. It's all right. Now I'm gonna do something else I wanted to talk to you about. In addition to this, you can look at this. I'll leave this up here. Oh, all right. Sorry, let's, thank you very much, Barbara. All right, so the other thing that's happening in the great world of boat owners, we should spend more than $1.98 on an easel, but that's okay. How many of you know have you heard about the shutting down the AES pumps? Yes. Raise your hand if you know what the hell I'm talking about. Oh, that's good. Okay, so this is the latest. I'm gonna leave this up here. In fact, I'll move it over here. But this is the latest on that. One of the power plants is gonna be given an extension for 3 years. When the grid operator decides that he wants them to start producing power. So other than that, we're gonna be learning about how important the pumps that run those power plants up here are to the water quality in the marina that you are currently sitting at. So we're gonna learn that stuff. There's a big push here, particularly if Naples Association, as you would expect, the guys in Naples know what is going on. If they live right there on the channel, they understand that their channel is at risk of stagnation. And if you're up here and looking at Mother's Beach, which I did this weekend, it was really packed. Anyway, that is another area that is risking in stagnation. So we've got a whole bunch of, remember what I said? It's all about local politics. Is there a way out of this? Yes, there is. The engineers in the city are working on a project that would replace that pumping, but it's a whole lot of money and it's not funded. All right, that's it. So again, sign up with the boat owners. It's all about local politics, just like everywhere else. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And if we can we have all of the representatives that Sylvie Jacob has at the Boat Owners Association stand up, please?
You have to understand that this is a volunteer club, and guess what? The boat owners are very much volunteers too, and so we have a lot of folks. Joan has been very much up your ears doing this stuff, and it worked out really well. So we got more work to do. I'll be around, so you can ask me any questions. I don't want to take all of Laura's meetings. Only one.
Just one. What is the website address to join BOA?
All right, ready? All right, this is not too hard. First off, this is ready? Long Beach Marina Boat Owners Association.org. So what is that? LMBOA. LMB. That's it. And .org. And if you look on there, there is a little thing on the bottom to join, and you can join. Through PayPal. So it's $20. It's a slam dunk deal. And it's really easy to do, and I really encourage you to do that.
Okay.
Put it on
What?
Do you have to have a boat to be a member of BOA?
No, you have to remember. This is all about local politics. If you want to, folks, all the downtown want to control this, because there's a lot of folks who would like to do other things with this property. They've proved that more than once. So if you want to participate in what happens to this marina. And just so you know, this building we're in is owned by the city and we lease it from them. So at some point we're going to renegotiate that. What was it, 2025?
We're working on that.
Okay, so there's all kinds of, remember, it's all about local politics. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Dave. Everybody spends a lot of time working on these issues,
I
so.
do have one question.
Oh, yes, Kim, I'm sorry.
So, is there something in the works to get people, our members, that are not boat owners, parking passes?
Oh, don't start
that Okay. one.
Don't
Kim,
There's, I know it's a possibility.
yes, it is a possibility. We are working on it. Thank you very much. We are trying to get that streamlined to get that information, okay? So, but we'll try and deal with that. Okay, next, thank you, Dave. Thank you, Kim. Next, I just wanted to mention that Night Watch, if you've all been following the Facebook and know our Transpac boat, we're going to be having a reception here for them when they get back. We don't know what it looks like yet. We don't know when they'll be back. The boat's on its way. But you will be hearing about that in the scuttlebutt, that we're going to, throw them a little party and just say thank you. They flew under our burden, so. Okay, Rwanda, you are up. Please bring up your members.
Thank you, Laura. Okay, well, we have 4 new members for this month, and actually we have more to introduce from last month because we didn't have a general meeting last month. So I asked.
Because it was a holiday.
Because it was a holiday and we did not have the meeting, so I was no way to introduce these lovely people. So tonight I'd like to start with, let me start with our new people first. We have 4 new members, but I'd like to introduce you first to Joseph Garcia and Melissa Gooden, and they have their baby Colin with them tonight. So come right up, Joseph and Melissa. And bring Colin up here so he can say hi.
It was hard to find a babysitter. Sorry, it's hard to find a babysitter.
Welcome.
Okay. Hi, Colin. I guess he doesn't like me. That's okay. He's just shy. So Joseph, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and your family?
Sure. So thank you guys once again for welcoming us. It's been a pleasure. It's been a fun ride. So my name is Joseph, Melissa, baby Colin. We're both educators, so we both work for the school district. She works for El Segundo. I work for Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District. We're both teachers, and we're just like
we love the water. He loves the water, so we're getting to boating, and I think it's just thank you guys for like welcoming us and being a part of your family. So thank you.
So someday you may have a boat.
One day, we're swimming up. It's either college or the boat,
Okay, if you'd stay up there, we're gonna take a picture. Chris Lowe, would you please come up, please?
Yay, Chris.
Chris, would you tell us a little bit about yourself and your boat?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me to join. My boat is Marabella. She's on Dock 10. She's the very end. She's a Blue Bottom Beneteau. I think I've been watching your sailboats and Virgies and all your parties go by in the Duffys for years, and hearing your parties on the deck, I thought, you know, it would be amazing to be a part of it. So thank you so much. I'm excited to be here and looking forward to being helpful.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. How about David? Are you, David? Okay, and Julia, come up, please. And they have a boat that is so close that you could practically jump onto it over here. They're right next to Peter down here in the first the gangway. So
You can't help but see the club every time we.
they're enjoying the club from down below, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so would you like to tell us about yourselves and your boat?
Well, I've been working in boats for some years now, and having a good time doing that. It's kind of a hobby that turned into a living, so it's kind of fun. And then I found this boat that we currently have now, and we're really enjoying it. And it's an older Chris Craft. It's been a lot of fun. It's a nice little fishing boat, and we're enjoying it.
All right.
And Julia, do you have something to add to that?
No, that's fine.
So tell us, you said you work on boats. What do you do on boats? What do you work on?
We do some electrical stuff, electronic stuff,
You have
all kinds of fun stuff.
You have a good audience here, that's why I want you to let these people know. Okay, so you know Chris now. Okay, I mean David, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Okay. Next, I have a new member that is probably gonna be here, and he's on his way, so we're gonna, but his name is Mark Papa, and he had a death in the family, and had to be tonight with the trustee attorney or something, and so, but he's coming, he'll be here. So what about last month? Let me ask Sue Gilbertson from last month, come up and tell us about herself. And Sue has already been out on her committee boat, and she's gonna go out with us again maybe next time.
I hate doing this. Sue Gilbertson, I'm a transplant from Ohio, just been here very short period of time. I was married, and my husband and I sailed for about 25 years, and our youngest son is big in racing and races all over the East Coast. And so my husband passed away. I came out here to help friends with some stuff, and we're going to be, I've been volunteering on race committees since I've done that in Ohio for a lot of years. And that's all. I'm enjoying the people. Everything's great here so far.
Thank you, Sue. So Sue has been sailing for a long time out in the Great Lakes?
Yes, Lake Erie.
Lake Erie, okay. What about Lloyd? Lloyd, would you come up, please? Lloyd Boucher?
Come on, Lloyd.
Okay, and Lloyd's wife Eliza can't be here tonight, she's working.
Yes.
But Lloyd, would you tell us what you do and how you found out about our club?
Yeah, so my family first. So Eliza's the wife. She was supposed to be here tonight, but the person who was supposed to work didn't go. So but she's gonna be here as soon as we can. We have a 21-year-old son, Louis, and he loves hip hop. He teaches hip hop. He competes with a team, statewide and nationwide. When he was very little, he's fascinated with water, either puddle of water on soil or rain. So maybe this is a rekindling moment for us. And I have an 8-year-old grandson named Ezra Caleb, so hopefully I can bring him here and have fun as well. So what I do is I work with and serve business owners and investors for the life of their enterprise, finding ways to lower the cost of owning the business, either taxes or operating expenses. That's what I do.
Great.
Okay. Welcome, Lord. John Norton. John is also a member from last month. And his wife Anita. Anita's not here tonight.
She ducked out early.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She was here. I joined this club because you guys are on the way from walking from Marina Pacifica to my boat. So I could not join. And we've been members of Shoreline Yacht Club and Cerritos Bahia. And Cerritos Bahia is mostly power boaters. Now, I know half of you were power boaters. In there was only 2 of us that owned sailboats. So walking by here, and I talked to Dave a few times, and Dave said, you know, you have a sailboat, but there's Monday Night Football. You gotta come up here for Monday Night Football. I said, no, you know, I need to come up here for sailing, people who know how to sail a boat.
Thursday night.
Yeah. Well, my experience, so my wife and I bought our boat, and I said, well, let's get in a race. She is so embarrassed at how poorly I do at the start, she goes down below decks. So I have a lot to learn, guys. So, anyway, I look forward to learning more than I know, which doesn't say a lot, but you know, it's a good club. You guys have a good vibe going here. You have a lot of happy people and making good noises, so we're happy to join.
Thank you. Also, as I promised, you were gonna do a dance for us, right?
Oh, did I?
Oh, your wife left, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
She has all the rhythm.
Okay.
Wait here, John. We're gonna take a picture.
Okay. Wait, what dock are you on? What dock? 10. Okay, and you're still going.
Okay.
Picture? No, you still have to remember. Oh, search you?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
She's already been in.
Oh, I thought she was just new. Okay. So, yeah, Mardell, Sally, okay, get a picture. Can you guys, get a lot closer?
I think she was, yeah.
Okay, let's find a nice picture. Huh? Of course. No, you're good. But, you don't. No talking necessary. No, you want to be in back. How are you, Sally? Mom, hi. Hi. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. You gotta be safe. All right. For the Commodore's request, everybody smile. Hold it in. Chins down. Stomachs in. 1, 2, 3. Uno mas. Gracias. Welcome.
I just want to mention also, if you have ordered a name badge and have not picked it up yet, maybe you've ordered one a long time ago, we have some name badges up there in that little case by the exit sign. So please come and pick them up. They've been there, some of them have been there for 2 or 3 months. Yeah, and if you need a new name badge, the applications for them are up there also in that little box. Also, brochures on your table. These are fresh made brochures. And I have to thank Maggie Ryan. She's not here tonight, but I think she did a great job. Please take these with you and give them out to your friends on the dock. Give them to your neighbors and please use them. We have plenty more. Thank you.
Thank you. Just quickly before we move on, We have in the back, we have a suggestion box, and suggestions are not only negative, but they may be positive as well. So if anyone has any cheers or jeers or whatever, we have a box back there, and please give us a hand or give us a fist, whatever you like. It's back by the popcorn machine. Sydney, can you come up and join us? Okay, sorry, it's not a box. Kim? Okay, Cindy, can you come up and join us, please? And talk about the seabells. I said the wrong thing, Kim. Thank you for noticing. You're there. You're on.
Hi, my name is Cindy Jensen. I'm co-chair of the Seabells. And for the new members, the Seabells are the women's group of the Silver Beach Yacht Club. And we sponsor a few events during the year, and we're also going to be doing some charity work. And then once a month, we do a luncheon sponsored by one of the members. This month, it's going to be on August 23rd at Pelican Island, Huntington Beach. So all of you, I hope you can all join us. There'll be more information in the scuttlebutt. That's all I really have, but I want to let you talk to Andrea, who has some other information.
Hello, I'm Andrea Reed, and I am coordinating the blood drive. We are going to have the next one on September 13th, and the previous one we had was very successful. I want to thank everybody for your participation, and the information will be in the scuttlebutt. If you want to call me, text me, talk to me tonight, I'll be glad to sign you up. Thank you.
Okay, next up is our Vice Commodore Sally Cohen. Please give us your report. Let us know what's happening.
And we have a lot happening, lots of change, and I just want to talk about our food program. I'm really excited about it. We just started plating all the food for our dinners. And how many of you have been at one of our dinners where our food was plated? Or brunch. We just had the brunch. And we're trying to work this out with our staff and also your input when you're at the table. You get to talk to the servers and say, gee, I really want a little bit more of that or a little bit less of that. So that's what we're trying to do. We're pleasing our members and going forward in our food program. We're also ahead of our expenses. I'm very happy about that. So far, we're $5,000 ahead after the first 6 months of our food program. And you know, Walt Simmons, thank you so much for all your advice too on how getting our food really changed and helpful suggestions. I appreciate that. Okay, then we're working to have a total restaurant experience. That's what we want. That's why the lights are a little bit lower. That's why we're trying tablecloths, not right now, but during our dinners. And we like to have music. We know some of you don't like it too loud and other people like it real soft. So we're trying to have that little medium on music. You'll notice on the brunch we had a wonderful musician. I hope some of you were here, and it was just about the right amount. Okay, our hospitality staff is going to now report directly to our chef, Chef Veronique, and we're going to have job descriptions and job performance reviews. The first time in a few years that this has been done in a very positive way with the objective that we all have goals. I have my own goals to reach. So everybody will have their input. Now I'm talking about the kitchen. Our stove has served us well. Let's put it that way. But unfortunately, everyone who's cooking on that stove, including our members, you have to decide now what temperature is this going to really be cooked at? Is it going to be too much or too little? So I have researched a lot of stoves and came up with one at Chef's Toys, and it's similar to the stove we have now, but it will have even oven temperature. So the food will be cooked thoroughly. That's my goal. And the Facilities Development Committee has reviewed that closely. Lots of questions, and they have approved it. And now it will go to our board for review and approval. We'll start with the stove, get it in, make sure the doorway will accommodate it. There's just a lot of details to be worked out. And then we're gonna hopefully go ahead, because we really need a hood that takes the steam and everything else out of the kitchen. Because sometimes it's 95 degrees in there, even with the little air conditioner that's kind of up on the wall. And our hospitality staff said, I think I need to go home and take a shower. So, but anyways, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for our members also, like, you know, wonderful Jimmy, who does a lot of our special pastas. And, you know, Diana said to me, Diana Bakken, she said, are you really gonna have any air in there or not? How much does he have to suffer? And I said, well, hopefully. And that dinner was great. But we just want to make it not only comfortable, but you know, there's just too much air in there. We also need a fire suppression system for safety above the stove. So we're going to try and work that out. Okay, other repairs are going to be done in the club. I'm still working on a lot on my list, which is ever growing. But we need to, I'm going to ask my handyman to repaint the top of the steps, where the wall is, where there's a hole. Rwanda came up to me one day and she said, now, Sally, how does this look for people come through our club to come up these steps and see this big hole? Did somebody's fist go through it? And I said, no. But anyway, thank you, Rwanda, for keeping us on top of things, because you do. And I'm sorry, I'm giggling. But it's, you know, our members have a lot of input too, and that's what we all need. We need to know about problems. Some of the heaters on the patio got replaced, and the old ones were gone because they were not capable of being saved. Then our awnings outside need to be trimmed. If you'll see, they're sagging a little. We need to have a canvas repair shop do that. The floor of the patio needs to be redone. And you all know we need new chairs. How many of you like the chairs we have now? Let's see those hands.
Come on,
I'm just teasing you. Okay. I have to add a little humor to this. Okay. Now, nominating committee, I'll make this fast. Thank you, Ms. Laura. We're Barbara Hunt, who's our chair, progressing on that with the committee. Anyone still wants to get interviewed, please get in touch with her fast, okay? And I need some volunteers to grill at our Pop-Tops. We only have a few more left. So contact me as soon as you can. The dates are August 17th and August 24th. Thank you very much, Commodore.
Thank you. As Sally points out, we are all volunteers, and this club is run by all of us that are volunteering. So sometimes, who's got their hand up?
Parties. The party.
Lori, you want to come up and talk about parties that are upcoming? But we all are volunteers, and there are things that we all, can do, and we're discovering them as we go. So it's not, we're doing a lot of things and a lot of really good things. So I just want to point that out as well. Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
Hi, everyone. So I wanted to discuss some things that are coming up during August. We have the luau party scheduled for the 12th of August, but in true Hawaiian style, our dancers have gone missing. So we may have to postpone that party. I'll let everyone know on Facebook, as soon as possible. We're currently looking for, and Scuttlebutt. We're currently looking for other entertainment, so that is an iffy one. Then on August 19th, we have Dan and Maria Davia are throwing an amazing murder mystery party that is just going to be off the hook. So much fun. If any of you have ever attended one of those, it's a lot of fun. There's professional actors and everything, and it's just going to be a blast. And the Davias are going to be cooking their specialty pork roast, and it's just gonna be an awesome night. And so go ahead and get your tickets for that. You're not gonna wanna miss out on that. And as far as our new members, parties are a lot of fun, and they're thrown all by volunteers of the club. You don't have to pay for the parties. The parties come out of the proceeds from the tickets, you know, so it's not like you have to foot the bill for the whole thing. And it's gonna be a great, you know, we've had a great year on the parties so far. The parties have been making money so far. And if you have any ideas for parties, go ahead and come over to me and give me your phone number and let's talk it out. Have a great night.
Okay, Mardell, do you want to come up and give your rear Commodore report?
Thank you, Commodore, and welcome new members. I'm excited for those that have a vote because I'm the cruise chair also. We have lots of cruises coming up, and watch the Scuttlebutt and the Facebook page. We have all kinds of cruises. It's a good way to use your boat and get to know your boat a little bit more and have a lot of fun with the boat owners. I just recently attended a spill response workshop, so I don't really know what to do when you have a spill, but I'm supposed to. Ron listened behind me. Call Ron if we have a spill. Okay. So the long cruises are leaving Friday for 2 weeks. That's one of our cruises. We go down to San Diego for 2 weeks. We hit probably 6 different yacht clubs and have a really good time. I want to recognize tonight 2 super cruisers, Kim and Brad Bergeron, who did the Hello Summer Cruise. You earned your flag. And Brenda and Fraser coming up. They're doing a Marina Del Rey cruise. If you sign up for that, if you have a boat, that one is always a fun one. She has all kinds of fun activities planned. But if you volunteer to host a cruise, I've been giving out these little super cruiser flags. Thank you very much.
He's super cute.
Be sure to fly your flag.
Riley, come here.
So,
You're with me.
these are new super cruisers. You guys that did super cruiser last year already got your flag, just to clarify that. So we're encouraging people to step up, volunteer, run a cruise. Kim did a fabulous job in June, and Brenda's coming up on Labor Day, and she has all kinds of activities. You want to say something real quick about your cruise?
So Labor Day is September 1st to the 4th, and it's at Marina Del Rey. And for the people who don't have boats, you can drive up. The Marriott's right there, so you don't need to have a boat to participate. And we have happy hour, we have games, we have prizes, both Friday and Sunday night. I'm a fitness instructor at LA Fitness, so we're doing pool aerobics Saturday morning with cocktails, and we're doing pool Olympics on Sunday morning, which was super fun last year. We're doing a poker run with Barbara and Dennis, and we're doing the optional piece is the brunch on Sunday. So just really a lot of fun, and we're having appetizers and games and prizes. And again, you don't have to have a boat to participate. You can drive up to Marina Del Rey for the day, or you can stay at, there's a Marriott right next to the yacht club. Really good food, really good bar, and really a lot of fun. So hopefully, that's a great yacht club. Yes.
I used to live in Marina Del Rey. There's 3 different yachts. Which one is it? It's like 5. Yeah.
Marina Del Rey yacht
So I'm
club.
not sure which one. Del Rey.
Del Rey. Del Rey yacht club.
Is that like which one?
Del Rey yacht club.
But during the poker run, they're gonna hit all the yacht clubs.
During the poker run, we hit all the yacht clubs. So it's really fun. It's my favorite event, and again, you don't have to have a boat to participate. So I know Sharon and I talked about that. So it's really fun, and if you like to be in the pool, it's super fun.
So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you don't need a boat. There's always a hotel nearby. Peter, do you want to talk about the cruise in November? You don't need a boat for this to go on the big cruise.
You need a big boat. So, Troy and Diana are organising a day after Thanksgiving cruise. It's about our 4th year of doing it. It's actually this year it's on Carnival Cruise Lines. It's basically a long weekend, Friday to Monday. Traditionally it's been Royal Norwegian or a different cruise line. Now we're switching over to Carnival. It goes down to Ensenada, leaves day after Thanksgiving, 24th November. We've created a Facebook group for those that care to participate, where we can update people on what's going on. We're going to have an Explorer event, which is 4 p.m. on August the 13th here at the club. Before Grill Your Own will be people who are interested, or anybody else that just wants to come along, even if you've signed up already. Then August 13th, 4 p.m. is going to be a presentation on that. And we've got about 50 people signed up so far. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Peter. Next I'm calling up Brad because he's going to talk about a very new, exciting venture the Yacht Club or the Youth Foundation got into that will be available for all members. Older no.
Thank you, Mardell. Yeah, so aside of our club, we have a Sailing Foundation. And the Sailing Foundation is a nonprofit organization, and we re-envisioned our program in the last year. So what we're introducing to the members and the public is we have a 22-foot sailboat that we're going to offer to people to use with some training. If you're new to sailing, you'll have an opportunity to learn how to sail. If you're savvy at sailing, you'll have an opportunity to go for a sail for an afternoon. It's beautiful. And aside from that too, we're also going to have a whaler, such that if you don't have a small boat, you want to go do a harbor cruise, you can check out the whaler.
Wow.
So, yeah, right? So, yeah. So the point here is we're offering tools for members, non-members, because we are a sailing foundation, so you may see some fresh faces. But anyway, it's exciting. We're figuring out the details. Look for that to come in the future, so we're on it. So.
You want to take a peek at the boat that's parked down here?
Great point. So our boat right now is parked over at the end of Dock 15. So there's a whaler there. It says Seal Beach Sailing Foundation on the side of it, and there's a sailboat there that says nothing, but we need a name on that sailboat.
Have a contest.
What should we name it? It needs a name, right? What's a good name for that sailboat? Okay, so I'm a sailor and I'm never gonna name my sailboat Sammy the Seal. Anyway, think about it. So we're an open game. So kind of our idea is to get 2 sailboats that are exactly alike. So if you want to learn how to sail, you go sailing, and that boat's going faster than you. You need to figure out how to go get up to that kind of speed. So the idea is to learn and have fun and safe and open up opportunities for our members and the public. Thank you.
I love that. Thank you, Brad. Next we have Captain Splash, who had quite a month, I hear. And they will explain what Captain Splash is.
I'm going to take the mic with me because I have audio visual. Let me explain to the new members the duties of Captain Splash. I recruit people, or actually they kind of recruit themselves, people that have misadventures. I somehow find out about those. And then we invite those folks to come up and explain how it happened, and then we all learn from that. Most of the time. Anyway, so first of all, I think Peter, am I all turned on? Oh, am I turned on?
I have no idea.
Oh. Obviously, I had the wrong cord plugged in. That's why I'm Captain Splash and not in charge of IT.
Thank you, Gordon.
So I guess I get an award. Okay. What? Oh, there we go. We're on. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to call up. Here. Okay. First of all, I'm going to start a little music, and this is the lament of every cruiser who tows their dinghy anywhere or ties it up anywhere. And while I do that, let me get it started. And I'd like Dave Jones to come to the front. No, that's enough. Would you like to explain why you've been called to the podium? The podium here. The podium's over there.
No, I would not. Apparently, I opened my big mouth when some other accident was told to Dwight. I said, that happened to me just last month. We're on the back of Dan and Maria's boat one night out in Catalina, and I went out back for my own personal reasons. And I was looking at all the dinghies, mine's gone. I mean, that's the only way to get to that boat is by your dinghy, and we're all tied up, and mine is gone. So, ran in, Dan, my dinghy's gone. No, it can't be. Well, lo and behold, it was. And Troy's safe today, he's not here, but Troy and I went out in his dinghy, and we just kept going around and around and around. And after about 200 yards out, there's my poor little dinghy trying to get back to the mainland. All by itself. It was like a dog, you know, trying to find its home. Not very funny, Dwight.
Okay, I would like to explain that we were having dinner and happened to be sitting side by side, and he started telling me this story, and in the middle of it, I told him, now you have Miranda rights. Anything you say will be held against you. And it has been. And now I'm giving you the Bolin Award. You know, I don't know that a Bolin would have been the best way to tie it up, but this is a beautiful knot, and you should review your ropemanship. Okay, please stand by. Next, I would like to ask Lori Merrill to come forward, please. Lori's a really good sport because I actually probably would have held back on this one. Would you like to explain what has fallen on your person?
So, this is pterodactyl poop. And the reason I say this is because these birds were so gigantic. There it is. So we were at the Newport cruise and we were out on the hook. And I got myself all cute on the boat, you know, and we rowed in because our dinghy never works. And we parked over by the Legion, and as I was, you know, walking as fast as I could to get to the Bloody Marys on the dock, I took a shortcut under that tree and took a shower in bird poop.
It's a family club.
I meant shower. And I was doused in bird poop, and my face is the littlest amount of it. My outfit was ruined. I immediately started to gag from the smell, and the nice men of the Legion let me in there early, and their nice housekeeper cleaned me up. And yeah, so it was. But according to my mother, I'm now the luckiest person in the world. So I ran out and bought a lottery ticket. So.
Okay, I would like to, having done my due diligence, I looked up in one of my bird boats, Peterson. That is a black-crowned night heron. Now, if you look at them here, see yeah, there you go. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, and your reward is package of tissue.
My husband. This was the place where
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Commodore Splash, and that finalizes my monthly report. Here you go, Commodore.
Thank you, Mardell. And I'm just going to quickly say to all of our new members, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for hanging with us tonight. It's a little bit longer because we had a national holiday on July 4th, but we still did okay as it's like 8:15. So we're only 15 minutes over. Does anyone want to make a motion to adjourn? Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We're out.
Okay. Oh, so much for that.